Review. Solve for the missing variables. X, 6 is to 8 as 7 is to X. You can finish it from there. 6 is to 8 as 7 is to X. You can also do X is to 8 as 7 is to 6. Y we've already done. Five is to 7 as Y is to 13. And from there you simply cross multiply and isolate your variable. This one's a little trickier because the triangles are reflected, but that's how we see we have similar triangles, because we have the vertical angles. So I'm going to call this angle 1, I'm going to call this angle 2, I'm going to call this angle 3. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. I'm going to redraw it because that makes it easier for me to see. So my base is 12. My one side is 9. And my other side is W. So now I have W is to 18 as 12 is to 36. And Z is to 36 as 9 is to 12. Did I redraw that correctly? Did I redraw it correctly?
Z is to 9 and equals 36.
Z is to 9 as
12 is to 36.
what I did for... Okay, did I draw it correctly? Okay, if I drew it correctly, then W is to 18 as 12 is to 36. But you could also do nine is to 12. No, that doesn't, because you have to have W in there. There's several ways to set up any proportion, which is one of the things that makes them interesting. On to problem 9. This line is congruent to this line, so if this is 8, this is also 8. And they are giving us the hint to solve for x first. Does Pythagorean theorem help us here? Pythagorean theorem would get us this. X minus 2 is to 16 as 7 is to 8. That's going to get us 8 times x minus 2 . 16 times 7. 8x minus 16 is equal to add 16 to each side. X equals 16. Somebody double check me. If x is 16, then this distance is 14. And now Pythagorean theorem will help us get y. Although we could also do a proportion. People who like proportions are going to want to use proportions. I like Pythagorean theorem. So if this is 14 and this is 16, then y squared plus 14 squared equals 16 squared. Sixteen squared is 256. 14 squared is 196. Subtract 196 from each side. That should give me 60. And the square root of 60 7.7. And that makes sense.
Where did you get the 14?